Hi everyone, it's Lorna, the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Tuesday the 2nd of August 2016 and I'm here with my July update. This month was not a very good stitching month. Life got in the way. My daughter is turning 2 this month and her naps have started to not stop completely, but there are more and more days where she's not taking a nap, so that's cut into my stitchy time and other life things. Everyone knows how it is. But I did get a little bit done, so I'll go through that. I didn't meet all of my goals, but I did meet some. The very first goal I had was to finish a column on page 2 of Story Keeps Some Enchanted Evening, and I did meet that one. I will insert a picture here of what Some Enchanted Evening will look like when it's completed. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here is what it looks like now. So, I'll just get that out of the way. So as you saw last time, page 1 is done, and page 3 is done. And my goal for this month was to complete at least one column of page 2, which I did. And my main reason for doing that was to make sure that page 1 and page 3 will connect properly, and they do, thank goodness. So that was a very happy moment when I reached the bottom of that page, that column, and realised that they met up. So that's all good. So you can see the picture coming through there. So all that's left to do on this one is the rest of page 2, which shouldn't take me too long, and then there's a little bit of page 4, and then it's done. So that's that there. So very happy with this one, and I'm still enjoying it. Whether I'll have any time to work on this one this month, I'm not so sure, but you know, it'll get done by the end of the year. I'm pretty certain of that. I can't be 100% sure, but I am pretty certain of that. The other one that got a little bit of work was Palace Theatre by Milky, which will look like that when it's finished. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's what it looks like now. I'll take the needle out. That's what it looks like now. So I didn't get a whole lot done, but I'm pretty sure these pink window surrounds, I guess they are, weren't there last time. So I did work on that a little bit. Not a whole lot. I think the reason I couldn't work out why last time I'd gotten so little done, and I think it's because when we do go out, it's often when after my husband gets home, which is, you know, it's always after 5 o'clock, because he works during the day. So if we go out to dinner, you know, we'll travel a fair way to dinner, not a long way, but enough to get some stitching in. And by then it's dark because we're in winter now. And I think that's why I haven't been working on that so much, because it is my travel piece. And, you know, I just haven't had a chance to work on it. I don't stitch in the car when it's dark, I just can't. So that's probably why, but that's okay. I don't have any goals for that one, and it'll just get done when it's done. And the next one I worked on, I only worked on 3 of my whips this month. The other one I worked on was Once Upon a Time, and this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's what it looks like now. So all of the top border's done, about halfway, a little bit further than halfway. I also finished up the June block, which is Princess and the Pea. That's it there. And I finished July, which is Thumbelina. So That's it there. And my goal for August is to get the August block done. So I've just dropped the case it was in. Yeah, so I'm hoping to keep up with this one. The reason I'm being strict with myself on this one is because I do plan to give it to my daughter for Christmas. She was given the Storytime sampler for Christmas last, and so that one will be a good companion piece for that. I still haven't framed them, and I'm not planning to frame them just yet. So yeah, I also just wanted to show you what I'm using as project cases. It's just these. They fit the colour key and the floss, and that all fits in there, as well as the fabric. I could probably fit in a 6x6 Q-snap or an 8x8, but probably nothing bigger than that. And then there's a zipper there which has a see-through case at the front, and I got these from Daiso for $2.80, so they're really cheap, but they do the job. So yeah, that's what I'm using. That's that. And then I had 3 new starts. Two of them were planned. One of them was not planned, but it sort of has to be done as well. So I'll show you that first. So this one is, it's going to be a card for my daughter. Her birthday's this month, so it needs to be done. It's from this magazine, Ultimate Cross Stitch Fantasy, and it's by Joan Elliott. It's basically from this Afghan. There isn't a proper picture in this magazine of that. And it says happiness at the bottom, but I'm going to change it to happy. And the reason for that is because my daughter, in the last few months, you know, her words have started increasing, and when we ask her how she is, her answer is always happy. So I'm going to, it's like a tribute to what she's saying this year. So that's my start on it. It's not very far along. I started it at the end of last month, end of July. So that's it there. So this will have to be finished by the end of this month, because that's when her birthday is, and I'll make it into a card. And I'm hoping to show you the finished one in my next video. So that was that one. So that was the unplanned one, but I also knew I had to make a card. So I did want to start on Singer Sampler, but I didn't get to that. I made a start on my Disney Dreams Pinocchio, which is that one. It's Pinocchio Wishes Upon a Star. And that was a sale that was happening on a Disney Facebook group that I'm in. I didn't get much done, but it was basically, the sale was for the weekend, and that's all I got done there. It's just the corner. Now this fabric is so stiff. It feels like cardboard. It's so stiff. You know, I had a lot of trouble bending it into the shape I felt comfortable using. So I don't like the fabric, but I don't mind working on the piece. I do enjoy it. So, and that's another one that fits into one of these. This one's a little bit different. It's the same size as the other one, but it's an A4 size, which in Australia is similar to, I think it's 8x11 that you use in America, but we have A4, which is slightly different. I think it's a little bit narrower but longer. I'm not 100% sure on that, but so yeah, that's the size this is. But this one has a pocket that you can't see through, but then another pocket at the front that does show through. So and that fits those pretty well. And then the other one I started was a HAID for the for challenge number 3, which is parking across. And it's this one, Mini Cinderella on the Stairs by Ruth Sanderson. And I've just started on page 1. It's here, and I'll show you that. There, so my goal was to get through half of the page, and I haven't quite managed that yet. When I finish this row, it'll be the end of the page. I think that's about, I think it's 300 stitches, maybe 200, I'm not sure. I think it's 300. So yeah, you can see the window of the picture coming through. That's what that is there. So the way I normally park is down the column, but for this one the challenge is to park across, so that's what I've been doing. And we've gone until October, the middle of October, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 15th of October, and yeah, I shouldn't have a problem doing that. I may not work on it this month because my priority will be my daughter's card and the August block in Once Upon a Time, but it'll definitely get done by October. So that's where it is now, and that's it. That's all I've worked on. So not a lot I've done this month. I was also quite sick. Sorry, I'll just put that out of the way. I've had another cold, and then I had a bit of gastro, so I wasn't feeling like stitching at all. I just wanted to sleep. So that was probably covered, probably took out about 3 weekends where I was sick for one thing or another, and I just wanted to sleep whenever I had the chance. So my husband was really good. He took my daughter, took her out and about while I got to sleep. And normally when that happens, when he takes her, I would stitch, but or do housework, but I just didn't have the energy this month. So, but I'm fine now, so it's all okay. But yeah, it's just, it hasn't been a good stitching month, unfortunately. Alright, I've got a lot, though, of acquisitions this month. So I'm going to go through those. My daughter is having a nap today, and I'm hoping that she'll sleep for a little bit longer. And if she does, I will also do the behind the scenes tag by Jessie Marie. But if she doesn't, unfortunately, I won't be able to. I'll have to do that another time. But I'll show you my purchases this month. I think the reason I've got so many is because I couldn't stitch. So instead I shopped, and I think, was it Vintage Chic Stitcher said it's an oopsie purchase. I had a lot of oopsie purchases this month. So, but these weren't oopsie purchases. These come automatically. It's the gingerbread block from the Gingerbread Village, which I'm still receiving from Stitches and Spice, even though they've now closed up. Naomi, who's the owner of that business, has promised that she will keep sending them, and I've still got 2 to come. So it's Gingerbread House 6. Sorry, first it's Gingerbread House 5, and then it's Gingerbread House 6. Like I mentioned last month, I was thinking of taking a break from this project, and I haven't touched this one this month. So these ones don't look too bad, not too many block. If you look at them, they're not too blocky, so they probably won't be too bad, but I just wanted to get the other pieces done. Also, Lady of the Mist, I'm really itching to get back to that one. So yeah, I don't know whether Gingerbread Village will get worked on this month either, but we'll see. 123 Stitch was having a sale on dessert kits and cross stitch, and one thing my daughter loves is ice cream, so I got this one, and this is kind of a backup to the card I'm working on. If I don't get that card finished within 2 weeks, I'm going to pull this one out and do this one quickly, and this will be her card instead. I'll put it in a card because I know I'll be able to get this done really quickly. I'm not so sure about the other one. It does, even though it looks pretty quick, now that I've started working on it, it seems to be taking a lot longer than I originally thought. So this is like a backup. It's called Triple Scoop by Milky. I'm pretty sure it finishes into like an ornament, like that, so you just cut it out and hang it up. But yeah, if I need to, I'll make it into a card, but we'll see. And then there was Banana Split, which is, I'm not sure, it's still Spring Bouquet, but I'm not sure that they're the same. They're both Spring Bouquet collections, but I'm not sure that they're the same set. But I like that as well. There was another one in the series, might be in this one. No, there was another one I saw which was Smalls. We don't actually get that in Australia, so I didn't think that would be appropriate to stitch because I don't know what it is. My husband has lived in the US and he knows exactly what it is, and he was trying to explain it to me, but I've never tasted it. So I didn't think it was appropriate for me to stitch. But one thing I do love is tulips, and I also ordered tulip egg. And I'm pretty sure this is completely beaded. There's a ton of beads there and just white DMC. So I think this is all beads, which I can't wait for. I love beading, so this will be really good. I can't wait for that. And I'm not sure if you can see there, but there's also another one, Ladybird. It's called Ladybug Hug. And me being the ladybird stitcher, I love ladybirds, so that might be another one I'll get eventually. I'll see how that one stitches up and see. And then I also got, this was also on special at 123 Stitch. It's called Ice Cream Shop. It's really cute. So I got that one. And then I've had these are not new purchases. Do Re Mi Fa Solar Ti Do, but I did kit this up, or kit up the first section, which is Do Re. I bought the fabric. It's just a plain piece of, it's called Light Sand Belfast. It's 32 count Belfast linen. So I'll use that. It's 18 by 27. I'm pretty sure I'll use up most of the length, but not all of the width, so I can probably do something else with that. And then I won't go through all of the colours, but I did kit it up using the, so it calls for Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Art Sampler Threads, and Simply Shaker Sampler Threads. So that's the colours there. So they're really nice. So I'm looking forward to starting on that. I just haven't had the chance yet. And the other reason I want to start on that is to see how much thread it's going to use and how much I'm going to need for the other sections, which don't use exactly the same colours, but some of the colours do overlap, and I don't want to run into dye lot issues by leaving it too long, so I want to get started on that so that I can order the other colours I need. And then I needed a storage box for just my floss. I use the floss boxes to store my floss, so that was from Amazon. It was something like $3 or something. It was nothing, but I did have to, they wouldn't just send that, they you had to order other things with it. So I've had my eye on this one for a while. It's called Autumn in the Village, so I ordered that. It's by Stony Creek. I don't know that I'll be getting the others in the series. I might if they come on special, I don't know, but I do like the autumn's my favourite season, so I got that one, and it actually shows you how to stitch them separately, that you can stitch them separately. So I think I'll stitch it as one. I'm not sure, but got that on. The other ones are there, so that's spring in the village, summer in the village, and winter in the village. And then I have been wanting this one for a while. Everyone's seen, I'm sure a lot of other people have done flip through, so I won't do a flip through as well, but it's a Joan Elliott Bewitching cross stitch. I did shop around and the cheapest was Amazon, so that's where I got it from. And then 123 Stitch was having another sale on August patterns, August cross stitch patterns, and I've had my eye on this one for a while too. So it's the August Peridot Fairy. So I've got that one, and then because you can't just buy one pattern from 123 Stitch, I also bought Joan Elliott's Ladybird Fairy. I've also had my eye on this one for a while too. I really want to stitch that one. I think it's gorgeous. I do love ladybirds, and this it's just beautiful. So is that one. And then in Australia our financial year ends 30th of June, so I think that's why Colour Cascade Fabrics, which is an Australian fabric dyer, they had a sale in June. It's basically 20% off everything, and I saw this, it's Gypsy Queen, so I ordered that. I've seen this done by a lot of people, and I've been enabled. I think it's gorgeous stitched up. I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, I have to admit, but now that I've seen people stitching it up, I really do like it. And once again, it's the picture not doing it justice on the front. So there's that. And because I love tulips, I also got this one, which is a Nora Corbett. Just tulip. And I did order some fabric from there as well, but she's still dyeing. It was a big sale, so was it July or... No, it would have been July, I think, that she had the sale. Anyway, but yeah, I've got some fabric to come from her as well. So that's my stash acquisitions. And since my daughter is still asleep, she should be asleep for a little bit longer, so I might do Jessie Marie's tag. Now, I realise I'm way behind on tags. There have been a ton that I haven't done. So what I'm going to do is put it out to you. If there is a tag that you really want me to do, put it in the comments below and I'll do it. I just want to do Jessie Marie's because I'm actually getting a lot of tips from other people doing it. And I think it's a good way of helping other floss tubers get to know what's out there and you know how to film. But also, if you're not a floss tuber but are thinking of maybe starting a video channel, starting a YouTube channel, I encourage you to do so. But you might find some tips from other people doing this tag, or from me maybe. But yeah, I'm loving all the new people starting floss tube channels. So yeah, if you're even thinking about it, go ahead. If I can do it, believe me, anyone can do it. I've got it on my phone here, so I'll just go through it. So I'll be looking down here. So the first one is optional, but take a picture of your setup for recording and insert it if you can, which I will put in here. So basically, it's my iPad, it's leaning up against my computer, or my laptop actually, and I have my notes in front of me, in a notebook, and then I have piles. I usually have my whips to my right, I've got new starts on a table next to that, and then I've got purchases in front of me, stacked up on my printer. So that's basically it. And then when I finish with them, I put them over. There's a lounge here on my left, so I put them on there, and I've got my purchases on the desk in front of me. So that's that. How did you come up with your channel name? Like I've mentioned several times in this video, I do like ladybirds. I hate other insects. Believe me, if I see most other insects, I scream. The first few times my husband heard me, he thought I was actually being attacked by someone. But you know, if I see a cockroach, you'll hear me screaming from miles away. But ladybirds I can tolerate, and I actually enjoy seeing them. So that's how I'm the ladybird stitcher. When did you post your very first video to YouTube with FlossTube stitching intentions? My first one was put up in February 2015, so I've been doing this a little over a year, about 18 months. So, number 4, what do you use for your videos? So I use my iPad. I used to use my laptop, and then when I went overseas I started using my iPad, and I kind of compared what the quality, and the picture quality on the iPad is a lot better than on the computer, on the webcam on the laptop. So I'm continuing to do it, to film on the iPad. I do have a couple of early FlossTube videos where I was behind the camera and I used my iPad, but I kept putting my hand in front of the microphone, and that would mute what I was trying to say. And there was another time when my finger got in the way of the camera, so you did see my finger instead of what I was trying to show you. And there was a lot of shaky. I was putting shadows on the work by using the iPad, so that's why I'm now in front of the camera, and I'm hoping that this is a little bit better. The only problem with my iPad is the storage. It's limited storage. So what I then tend to do is download it to my phone. So download that video onto my phone and then edit it on my phone and upload it to YouTube that way. So number 5 is, do you record onto video software or directly onto YouTube? So I record using my iPad, just using the camera function. Number 6, do you edit? If so, what do you use? And if not, why not? So I do edit. So like I said, I will download my video onto my phone, which has a lot more storage and which allows me to edit. And then I use the iMovie editor. Both my iPad and my phone are Apple products, so it's got the iMovie editor on there. I just found, I used to use Movie Maker, but I found it quite cumbersome to use. It took me ages to insert pictures, and with the iPhone, with the iMovie, I find that a lot quicker, so that's why I use iMovie now. Number 7, how many takes are involved in your videos, or do you just record it all in one shot? I try to record it all in one shot. If something happens during the video, like for example I sneeze or cough or something like that, I'll try to edit it out. If sometimes I get tongue-tied right at the beginning, and if that's the case, then I'll just redo it. If I've just started, then I'll just restart. Number 8, if things go wrong, if things go wrong during recording, do you stop and restart or just post it? So like I said, I'll try and edit out anything like a sneeze or a cough or something like that, or a phone call, but most of the time I just load the video as is, but I do insert pictures, so that's where the editing comes in. Number 9, from beginning of setup to video completely uploaded to YouTube, about how long does a standard video take? So usually I record for about half an hour. I think my videos have been taking lately. Setup is probably about 10 minutes, just getting everything that I've purchased. When I purchase something, I usually put it straight into one drawer, and then I'll put it away after my video, so that way all I need to do when I'm doing a video is pull out what I've purchased and put it in a pile, and then I can show you that. So I've got it there. My whips are all in one box, and as well as my new starts, so that's all I have to do is pull them out of there and have them ready, have them nearby, and then I can show you. So that doesn't take very long. The video itself takes about half an hour. The editing takes a little bit longer, but what I tend to do is I wait to do that when I've got a quiet moment, so I don't do that straight away. Usually my daughter will just give me enough time to do the video, and then she'll wake up, so I won't have enough time to edit until she's sort of playing on her own again, so I'll do that then. And then to upload it, because we're constantly using the internet, I tend to upload while we're asleep, so I'll wait until And the reason for that is our internet is okay, but if you're doing more than one thing at a time, and especially uploading a video, it will just slow everything down. So what I tend to do is when everyone's gone to bed, I'll set it up to upload, and then it will just upload in its own time, and that usually takes about 3 or 4 hours. Our internet is not great, and I've realised how slow it really is. After travelling in Europe, I was very impressed with the internet in most places there. Even in Malta, which is considered to be a developing country, Australia, which is considered to be a first world country, the internet is really slow compared to that. So hopefully it will improve when the NBN comes in, but I haven't got the NBN yet, which they're still rolling out. So number 10, what kind of prep do you do? Script, organisation, run through, or practice? So whenever I work on a project or make a new start or a new finish, I just note it. I've got this notebook, and it's just a blank page notebook. I keep that with my stitching. So whenever I make a new start or work on a project, I will put that. I will write in here. And whenever I make a purchase, I'll also write in there, so that it's like a checklist. When I'm getting everything ready, I'll know exactly what to put in. I don't do a script because I think that would sound really rehearsed, and I don't want to do that. I feel like I want to chat to people, so I wouldn't do a script. I don't practice. That would just take too long. I wouldn't have the time. So yeah, it's just basically take notes, and then I'll know what to talk about, so I don't forget anything. Number 11, do you watch your own videos once published? So what I do is when I put them up on YouTube, I actually put them up as private. And the reason for that is because I've had in the past, once I put them up, YouTube has, whether it's YouTube or whether it's a user error, which is quite possible, but either the end's been cut off or part of the edited bit has come in the wrong way. So I've gone to put in a picture of one thing and it's put in another picture, or it's repeated bits, things like that. So what I like to do is when I've uploaded it, I put it on as private, then I'll watch it, and then make sure that it's okay, and then I'll make it public. So just to make sure that there's nothing that's gone wrong when it's uploaded. Number 12, if you could change... Sorry about that, my iPad ran out of storage, and it's just refusing to record anymore, so I'm on my iPhone now. I'm just hoping that you can hear me, because I know that the iPad tends to pick up my voice a lot better than my phone does, so hopefully you can still hear me. So the question I was on was, if you could enhance your video in any way, would you? And my answer to that would be yes, I would. I would put up a nice intro. I just haven't learned how to do that yet. I'll learn at some point. It's just not a priority at the moment, but yeah, I would, if I could. That's one thing I would improve. And the last question was, insert a tidbit or something funny about your videos. First time I found FlossTube when I had left work to become a mum, back in July of 2014, and I remember when I found it, I was so excited that there were all these people. There were only a few at the time. I think Jessie Marie was actually one of them. Mrs. Milky Bar Kid was the first person I found on there, and I really wish she'd come back and make more videos. I really like her. But anyway, I mentioned to my husband there are all these other people that actually cross-stitch, you know, I'm not the only one. He could never understand the fad, not the fad, my fascination with it. He just still can't understand why I'm so fascinated with cross-stitch, and he just doesn't understand it. But, you know, there are hobbies that he has that I don't get either, so we'll leave it at that. But anyway, I said to him, and there are all these videos about it, and I'm really hooked, and it's called FlossTube. And he said to me, well, what I actually said to him was, he asked me what I was doing all day, and I said I've been watching FlossTube. And before I actually explained to him what that was, he said, why on earth would you be watching videos about dental floss? That was his response. So anyway, that's my video for this month. I hope you have a great stitching month. I hope to have more stitching done this month. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing and for your comments and for the likes. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much for that, and I'll see you next month. Thank you and bye.